Howdy y'all, you got the Bulldog on the channel. Here at the house, working on a Volkswagen Tiguan, or Tiggy, Tittle. Here at the house working on a Volkswagen, and I want to show you just how disconnected from reality some parts manufacturers are when it comes to labeling things, instructions, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of times when I'll get the instructions on, like say, a water pump, and it'll be for 6.6 Duramax, which is gear drive off the timing gear, and you unbolt a gigantic housing off the front cover, front and back of the front cover. You have to get underneath of it and lock the flywheel in place so that you can take the crank pulley off. It's a big deal. It's like a 6-hour job, and at the end of it, or you get your water pump and you pull out the instructions on your water pump, and it has a water pump with 4 bolts, bolting 2 to each side of the block, sticking out to your cooling fan with the studs in the water pump, and like they had in 1955. And it'll have suggestions like, check the fan belt while it's off, and that's a serpentine belt now, and no, it's not a V belt, and they're just a huge disconnect, and they expect you to read through all those stupid instructions. I pulled these bushings out. I did a video here a while back on my Beetle and talking about the A-arm bushings. Well, Volkswagen has changed the design greatly, but they still go out. This thing's got 67,000 miles on it. I was looking for a rattle, which the rattle was sway bar links bad, but these bushings were ripped out. 67,000 miles. Great. But I read these instructions right here. They say, I think this is turned around backwards, so I'll read it for you. Avoid premature bushing wear. Do not fully tighten bushing until suspension is at ride height. And yes, you don't want to torque down your suspension until your bushing has rotated at ride height and aligned properly to avoid premature bushing wear. This is a hex shaft. It can't rotate. It is where it is. These instructions are zip tied to this part that it has nothing to do with. The other one was the same way. They don't even bother looking at what they're doing. With every job, the guy, the gal is paid to put these things on there, and they don't care if it's right or not. They don't care if it makes any sense. They're told to do it, they do it. That's a lot of stuff in this industry. Somebody's told to do something, they do it. It don't have to make sense. Just wanted to rant about that a little bit. I saw that, and it just burns me. Because, the first thing that people think about is, well, did you follow the instructions correctly? No, I don't have a time machine. But, there are some of them that still do that. And I do that. Like, say, on the Jetta or on the Beetle. The front bushing rotates. It's round, a round center, So what do? When I stick it in there, I position it where ride height would be and then torque it down. Then I pull it down and hook everything else back up. I don't put it on the ground. That's a little bit overkill, but it's the right way to do it. I know where ride height is on that lower A-arm, and I put it there and I torque it down. I do that on a lot of stuff. Many times I see bushings come in that somebody had them hanging all the way down and they torque them, and then they pull them up in place. Well, that's going to be ripped out in 10,000 miles. Yes, I see the point of the tag. Just put it on stuff that it matters to. Use some common sense. It doesn't apply here. Common sense, that is. Like, comment, subscribe, use your little bell notification, share it around. We'll talk to you later.